It's a stadium so big, you can easily spot it flying into Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Welcome in, everyone. Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt on the call for you for this one. And I'm sure a lot of people in attendance and watching from home, Brock, they've already got the winner made up in their mind. But I'll tell you one thing, we've got a sideline down there ready to dispel that eye test.
Well, all that talk before the game is just that. Talk. You can look at past performance, you can look at metrics, you can spin any numbers you want. But we're about ready to kick this thing off, and from there, it's anybody's game.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They give it to Spiller. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Offense in the hurry up here. Another carry for Spiller. Still finding room past the 45. Hits the 20. Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs take a 6-0 lead right away. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Here's another carry for Barkley. By a man, and now he's in the clear. Reaches the 40. At the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys finish off their opening drive. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys start off well to tie things 7-7. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Kickoff taken at the 3. He lost the football, and the fumble recovery is made.
You know, awareness, Kate, is one of the best skills anyone on the return team can possess. And normally it's just for hitting blocks and clearing a lane and doing their job, but there it was recognizing the fumble and locating it quickly to save the possession.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
after a good pickup. They're set up with 2nd and short. Up the middle, Spiller. Massive hit, the ball is out! And they scoop it up, they can still run with it! That's good for 7 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that. That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They give to Spiller from the gun. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked by their rookie out of Florida State. Up to the races, middle of the field. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. Thrown at the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner, and sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Returning it from the 4. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. A give right side for Spiller. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Jared Verse on the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Completed to his running back. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Completes this one to Kraft. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. They'll run this with Spiller. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Shotgun snap to Fields. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now they have 3rd and short.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
This give is to Spiller. Jukes out a one-stop, and he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
This throw is caught. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Oh, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch. He was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Fields out of the gun. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. First down throwing for Hurts. He puts some power on a deep one left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
He's looking deep once again. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Andre Sisco. And the Cowboys do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be first down, Dallas. Big shot to begin the drive, has him up beyond the 40. Going to the ground again on first. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Wilson's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. First and 10, here's Hurts. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown! The Cowboys grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Cowboys double their lead to 14. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Fielded at the 7. A little revenge there from the coverage team after they gave up a pretty nice return. They've got first down from the 31. Handoff running right. Here's Spiller. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Again, it's Spiller. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Offense to the line for second down. Now Fields. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. Out of the shotgun, Fields. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it. You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Pass taken in by St. Brown. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's first and 10. Another throw for Fields. Hits his running back. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Has it down close. They touch him down at the spot as we wait to hear about this flag on the field. Always a point of emphasis, right? Protecting the quarterbacks, and that play is going to draw the flag every time. So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal. He tries to sneak it, and he's in for the touchdown. The Chiefs start the second half with some needed points. It's a Justin Fields touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. The fact that they pulled that out on a 1st and goal, Brock, didn't wait for a later down. Gotta imagine that played a part in its success, don't you?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. It sure did, and I would have loved to seen those eyes in the huddle, right? When you call QB sneak and you look at those guys in the huddle, the big guys in particular, many times they will tell you with their body language, we're ready to go, and that group certainly was.
Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And they're able to haul him down, and that's going to wrap up this 3rd quarter. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. The Cowboys have it with a lead, but the win's not secure just yet. From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. 1st down, a run with Barkley. Again, he hits the 2nd level. Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. And he's all the way home, touchdown Dallas. The Cowboys go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Wow, great stuff there, Brock. He busted that one open, got downhill, and got in for 6. Huge run there.
Yeah, and this is how you break a game open. He found that lane, and he was gone. What a tremendous effort in the blocking scheme there to just spring him enough so he could take it to the house.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys double their lead to 14. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Has this at the 6. He's stopped on the return at the 27.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. He'll get this one to Adams. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
St. Brown's got it. Complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down. Fields to throw it. Looking right, and he finds him. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Chiefs losing by 14. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Still sticking with the passing game. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he drives it close to the red zone before going out.
It's a gain of 25
That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust.
And that's a Kansas City touchdown.
complete to Devin Hester. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Elliott on now to attempt a point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Chiefs 21. Michael Jackson is set to kick off.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on him. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Running right, it's Barkley. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
They go to Barkley again. Gets up the edge to the 35. And he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
Running left, this is Barkley. And not much doing, he stopped quickly. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. The Chiefs signal for a timeout, that's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Barkley trying this up the gut. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. So now here's 3rd and 5. Running is Barkley. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout. 4th and 3, drive on the line. Setting up to pass. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Back to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
You know, Kate, that's one of those instances where you try to walk that tightrope on the sidelines. Problem is, on a throw that far down the field, that is so hard to do, so difficult. I love the effort, just couldn't quite find the execution.
Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Looking to throw it. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. Intercepted, but oh, wait. Officials say that he wasn't in bounds. The offense can let out a little sigh of relief. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that brings up 4th and long. Now to throw. incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. So they're going to go ahead and call a timeout here. Only 3 seconds left in the game. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They give to Barkley, left side. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. So it's a win for the Cowboys. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one.